Hey, I got 1,000 subscribers. For there's some jolly good fellows, for there's some jolly good fellows. I'm making this song up as I bellow because you're some jolly good fellows. That's right, as I set this tripod up, I'm celebrating y'all. Because we have 1,000 family members now. Statistically, we probably do, naturally. Some relatives spread out over there. Some weird uncles over there behind those woods, But we have elected to come together as this family of lost ones, lost in a bookcase. And I'm your girl, Casey. How you doing today? Hey, guess what? It's a Q&A time to celebrate 1,000 minions! Y'all my minions. You didn't know, but I have conscripted you guys into my evil army. I have cupcakes. They're invisible and tasteless, but filling. Also, I have this idea. Reviewing books while doing my makeup. I'm not the best at makeup yet, but I'm learning. Because I was doing my eyeshadow and I do like some black and gold because I was thinking about like the cover of Serpent and Dove. And I'm like, yes, ideas. I need to get my eyebrows fixed. They're just some blonde caterpillars taking up space on my face. Also, because I'm just bursting these ideas and I kind of want to just vent them right now, I'm thinking maybe, how do you guys feel about dedicated reviews, like book reviews, like I usually do every now and then, but in a more vloggy style. Like I'm telling you how I feel as the book progresses. Do you like that more casual setting? Broken up over some days into something fun? Or something still fun, but much more formal after I have like a real opinion? I don't know, just throwing that out there as I pull up the questions y'all sent to me. Oh, I accidentally had my college homework pulled open. I'm depressed now. I asked you guys for some questions about 2 months ago. This video has taken forever. I actually did film this before, but I lost all the footage. It's okay. I get to talk to y'all again. Oh, and for y'all still wondering why I asked you in that short video a while ago to tell me your favorite color under the threat of tickling your feet in the dead of night, it's gonna come, I promise. You'll get answers soon. Once I start filming. Alrighty, we are all set up. Say a prayer real quick that my laptop doesn't fall off my tripod and my other tripod on top of my fake tripod doesn't fall on my laptop. Then I might lose my phone and my laptop. This is very precarious. So let's dive in with the best question, the first question. And that comes from Jen Talks Books, asking, what's my favorite book of all time? It hasn't changed since I was like 13. Behold! Look at him, he glistens, he shines, he's scaly. Red as blood in the fires of my love for him. Eldest, greatest book of all time, go read it. Why do I like this book? It being the sequel to Aragon, book 2 in this 4-book cycle. Why do I have tan lines? These questions burn your soul, do they? I know they do. But why do I like this book? Why do I continuously laud this book? It's because it's packed full of all my favorite tropes. And I'm trash. Absolute trash. I also think I have an elf fetish. I have yet to really explore that. Question 2. Do I write? If so, what do I write? I do write. I really like writing. I like writing more than reading. Because when I write and I make mistakes, I can immediately look myself in the mirror and be like, well, you done goofed today, you silly Bob. When I read other people's bad writing, what can I do but turn on this camera? It's cathartic, but not as cathartic as banging your head against the mirror at all your life's decisions and all your mistakes. Are we still talking about writing? Yes, I like to write. I'm writing 2 things right now. These things are called books. This one over here, this is my YA project, okay? He's been alive for a very long time. I think I started writing him when I was 18. And I wrote that book really fast. Too fast. In between being 18 and 20, I did first draft, second draft, third draft. I didn't have any friends at all, so I had no beta readers. Didn't really know how to get started, in the publication process. So I just had this cool story sitting there. And then I went on to discover BookTube when I turned 21. Then I just burst through the metaphorical doors and I'm like, don't show anyone that book. And now I'm in the middle of rewriting it because It's a banging book, if I do say so myself. My beta reader says I'm very good with dialogue and that I'm funny. But 18-year-old Casey did a lot of uh-ohs. Let's just say if I read the book, me currently, this Casey, hi, if I read that book that 18-year-old Casey wrote, I would kill her. And my newest baby, which I came up with less than a year ago, oh, it's a year old, it's a baby. This is my fantasy project. And I feel in my heart of hearts, wherever I misplaced it, that this, my fantasy project, Muddy Bones, great tale of a four-way revenge scheme. This is going to be published first, feel it, because it's a standalone. Meanwhile, Project SE is a series. Much easier for a newbie author to get a standalone published. Have I met any of my favorite authors? No, restraining orders and all that. Do I have any autographed books? No. Why would I pay more money for a scribble? I can forge that. Next up, we have Nancy Reeves asking how old I am. Are we still living in the ages where you're not supposed to ask women that? Anyways, I'm 24. Hey. Apparently I look younger, and I sound younger. You hear this voice? This is a voice of a 14-year-old. I have a brother. He's 19. But people are like, oh my gosh, is that your twin? And I do feel insulted. Because then they ask if he's not my twin, then he has to be my older brother. So I got this baby face. Squishy, squishy. Where am I from? The great land of Florida, where we wrestle gators, eat electric fences, raise squirrels high out of their mind on cocaine, where we just test all the elements and it makes us stronger. Is this my natural hair color? Because it's lovely. Thanks. Okay, so I'll get close. Roots. This is red. This is blonde. The red is the real hair. The blonde is some highlights. Actually, you can see it better, right here. This is my real color. Is it that different? It's a little different. Strawberry blonde is my real color, but more red or strawberry than blonde. I miss having mostly red hair, so I'm gonna let this fade out and get more of the red back. Tammin asks, where do you get book ideas from? I get them from dreams. Yo, I dream some crazy crap. I used to keep a dream journal, in a Word document file, and I need to get that habit back because I wrote some stuff down. You want to hear about a dream I have? Okay, you know our friend Slender Man? This guy, very handsome. Every time I have a Slender Man dream, it starts scary, like a horror movie, but then it ends in the most heart-melting way. Here's an example. This is my latest one. I'm running because I'm being chased by Slender Man and everything's dark and depressing and scary and I'm gonna pee my pants. I'm crying. I'm in I think it's a civic center sort of thing. So in the middle of the civic center, there's a pool, but I throw open a door next to the pool and it's like a storage closet, but it's just stacked high with those pool tube things, inner tubes. And so I'm like, oh, let me dive into one of these and Slender Man won't be able to find me. So I pick up my pack of tubes and I just slide it over me like a bunch of donuts. And so because I'm in the center of the tube, my head's just looking up straight like this. And it's hot and muggy in this dream. My own breath is coating the plastic sides of the tube, trickling down my bare skin over the percussion of my own heart. I hear it all. Squeak. Boom! It closes. Silence resumes. I don't hear anything approaching. I let out a shaky breath, and then I see it. With my head straight up like this, because I'm stuck in the tubes now. The hands, the Slender Man hands, they start craning over the top of the tubes like this, reaching down for me, and they're all white and spindly. And now I have accepted my death. This is how I die in this dream. But then one Slender Man hand, draws back, and then it returns, and in it, he bestows upon me a vanilla ice cream cone. So sweet. And then Dream Me is like, thank you, Slender Man, yum yum. And Slender Man just waves his hands goodbye and fades away. Best dream ever. So yeah, I'll get my book ideas from dreams. What next? How do you read books so fast? I think I can read 50 pages in an hour if left uninterrupted. But what I try to do is read 100 pages a day and, typical month is around 30 days. So I read 3,000 pages a day. A day, oh my gosh, a month. Let's say a typical book is around 400. So I can usually get around 7 or 8 books. Little less if the page count is a bit higher. Also, I wake up at 4 a.m. every morning just to read, because I'm crap busy the rest of the day. And what is my favorite movie? The Truman Show. Just a guy living his life, but he's not living his life. Life isn't even life. He does not know this, but he is the star of a television show, basically just filming the greatest contemporary movie, flick, film ever. Just this man living his life. The town around him, it's a set. Oh, that car, it's a prop. I mean, it can move and do car things. So it's really a car. But the people around him are actors, just paid to be his friends and families, and he don't know. And that scares me. My girl, Krista Lewis, she asked, if you could live anywhere, where would you choose? Japan. I love mochi. I also heard this place called Luxembourg. Sounds nice. Please specify your ideal fictional boyfriend with examples. Sounds like a test we're taking. Like, you have to show your work or you don't get the grade. I forgot the question. I was dancing for a second. My window's wide open so people can see me. Oh, boyfriends. Okay, my ideal boyfriend's got long, dark, brownish, blackish hair, okay? You know, kind of pale. Like, vampire-ish pale, but scarred. Like, oh, he has seen the sun, and the sun has bitten him instead of burned him, okay? Smoldering stare. Not quite always there, not quite vacant. Like he's piercing right through you. Armor and a dragon in a big sword. Moody, but also just covering up a real teddy bear heart. Countless years of emotional grief that only a woman can scrub clean. I just described Murtaugh from Eldest. Love them. But really, if you have a dragon, I'm interested. What creative projects am I working on? The books I mentioned, filming this. I trying to learn makeup, kind of failing, but I look fine from far away. Author Lauren Adele, one of my favorite names, Adele. They ask, what's your advice for someone starting out on the bookish tubes? Find you some peeps who have started out right with you, same time. Get to know them, comment, like their videos. Be a buddy, so people know they can be a buddy for you. When I was starting BookTube, actually, in just this phase of my life, a couple years ago, I was bad at I'm still bad at making friends. I'm like, hey, is it okay just to randomly DM someone and ask how their day is doing and that I had fun with them? Is that bad? But then I got over it. And now I'm like, hey, I bloody like you, okay? Am I assertive in my quest for friendship? Probably. But you need some friends. You need them. Find you the book people that you want to be bookish with. That's my greatest advice. Also, don't forget to take your thumbnail immediately after you finish the video. It's awkward when your hairstyle, makeup, and outfit is completely different than what you're doing or wearing in the video, because I fail at that all the time. My friend Yuri asked, what was your first fantasy read? It wasn't Aragon. I fake read Harry Potter in first grade, but that don't count. Does Goosebumps count? That was horror. Well, you know, isn't horror fantasy too? Discussion. Magic Treehouse. Yep, that's it. I remember constantly being in an AR advanced reading race with the gifted kids in elementary school. I still remember their name, Jessica and Jacob. I had a burning hatred for them, and they had an equally intense burning hatred for me, because we wanted to get the prize for having the most AR reading points. They, being the gifted snobs that these 8-year-olds were, they read the big, thick books that were 20 AR points each. Me worked smarter, not harder. I read Magic Treehouse books, each one 1 point each, but they were this big. Sometimes, ooh, done, take the test. Next book, ooh, done, take the test. I got the pizza party. Jacob! I still gloat about this in my head all the time. What was my first fantasy sci-fi movie? I distinctly remember as a child, just toddling around the living room, barely know how to walk. And my parents were watching Star Wars Episode 5. Specifically the scene where Han Solo is being frozen in carbonite. That scene freaked me out. Oh my gosh, I was crying. I was like, why is he a rock? I didn't watch Star Wars until I was 16. But now I know why he's a rock. A musical bookworm. If you could stick just one book into every single person's hands, what would it be? Kafka on the Shore. Y'all, I'm gonna turn the whole world against that stupid book. What got me into writing? When I was a wee lass in elementary school, I had no friends. I was bullied. I was fat. I mean, I still got a little pudge. Keeps me warm. But in those lonely days, just sitting on the cafeteria table all by myself, woe is me. Or just swinging lonely, swinging alone on a swing set, just creak. The creaks of the chains keeping me company. The lawn guys coming right up to my door, judging me. I ain't saying a thing till they leave. Okay, so anyways, something about the swing set, that's what I was talking about. What got me into writing? I was alone, but my dad, good dad, he told me bedtime stories a lot. And I was obsessed with Dalmatians. So he told me stories about these 5 Dalmatians that would go treasure hunting together. And in my loneliness, I would reimagine these stories into like my own fan fiction. Then that 5 Dalmatian pack became 1 Dalmatian. That 1 Dalmatian became a cool wolf, because I love wolves. That wolf became like a lady warrior. And that was the first idea for my book. So loneliness inspires me to do great things. Stay single. You'll be more motivated to do stuff. Seeking stories, asking all of the good questions. Let's begin. What would you say to an eldest scoffer?
Do you want to explode?
How many times do you plan on reading Eldest for the rest of your life? I plan on at least doing a reread once a year, and I'm due for one very soon. What is your favorite scene in Eldest? Okay, so it goes like this. Okay, we're flying on a dragon. Oh, fires everywhere. 2 armies. Clash, stab. War! Our hero emerges. War! But then he spots it. The enemy. War! Enemy comes to battle our champion. Bring it on. Clash. Stab. Oh no, I'm stabbed. Dang it. We're the hero. Mortally wounded. Can't breathe. And then our enemy takes off his helm. Ah! That's my favorite scene. If one scene in Eldest had to be cut out, which one would it be? That's blasphemy. Get off my channel. I cannot answer this because it was a well-paced book and perfect in every way. You get the back of my head for the rest of this video. Well, now I can't see the questions. This is backfired. Who would I pick to portray the characters in an Eldest movie? Okay, for Aragon, we would have me, but with like my hair, like in a ponytail like this, okay? Then for Arya, we'd have me, like my hair all like vixen-y, like this. Then for Murtaugh, the moody look, like, hey, played by me. Pip and Saphira would be played by me with no hair, because I'd shave it and draw scales, because I'm a dragon now. Which day did I first read Eldest? I don't know. It was years ago. How long did it take me to first read Eldest? Probably a week. Probably less. And finally, am I tired of the Eldest questions? Never. RK Stumbling Bear asked an even better question. What would be your sequel/follow-up to The Inheritance Cycle? The Inheritance Cycle. What would you like to revisit from the original trilogy? I meant Forlogy. There's only one thing I want out of this life, okay? I want The Inheritance Cycle to get the Midnight Sun Twilight treatment. I don't want something from Edward's point of view. I want the whole series retold from Murtaugh's point of view. Y'all know that boy was up to some crazy stuff when Aragon was running halfway across Allegazia in Brissinger. What was Murtaugh doing? I don't know. We're watching Aragon make a flower. It's intense stuff. Very important. I have questions about Murtaugh. Like, what's his phone number? Someone tell me. I nearly fell. Fatima Rose asks, pitch your current work in progress. I hate that question. I hate pitches. But let's pitch Project Essie. Okay, we got a sweet little cinnamon roll guy. His name is Caleb. Comes from a very abusive background. But he still holds love in his ever-loving heart. Oh, he has to move away because his daddy's had enough of him. Oh, but we're going to a sweet little aunt. The aunt loves us. He hasn't felt love in so long. Oh my gosh, she has foster children. It's like a whole new welcoming family. Oh my gosh, and then a demon possesses his body and it's going to change everything. That's my work in progress. Bam. Of course I'm going to have a demon. I'm throwing all my favorite tropes into these books. I don't care If it doesn't make sense, I want it. Top 3 anime boyfriends. There's this really cute guy named Akutagawa. Also that blonde guy from Seraph at the End. I like him. Ooh, and that octopus guy. Don't judge me. He has a backstory that'll make you melt. This isn't my top 3. I just picked these right out of my head. Because there's a lot. Theme parks versus beach vacations. I'm a thrill rider. I love roller coasters. Mainly because when I'm on a loop-de-loop roller coaster, I pretend I'm a dragon flying. Tell us about an insecurity you have and how you overcome it daily. I have crooked pinkies. This is my greatest insecurity. Also, I feel like I will never accomplish anything in my life, but I motivate myself by getting out of bed every morning and telling myself, if you want to have change, you must be the change. Change out of your pajamas. That's how I handle it. What author's writing style do you want your writing to remind readers of? You know, past me, stupid 18-year-old me was going for like a Pale Lenny meets Donna Tartt thing. That was a mistake. I want my readers, even though I'm not writing a thriller, to feel like they're in a thriller. Creepy, but fast-paced. Because I don't like writing a lot of descriptions. And I write some creepy stuff. Ask my beta. She's seen it all. What's the first story I've ever written? Okay, it was about this girl. And it was a ripoff. Oh wait, I got a text message. Never mind, the text message went away. Never mind. Okay, so, you remember that movie Nim's Island? I basically plagiarized that and rewrote it as Escape from Comet's Island. This girl and her family who are marooned on this island, where they meet another castaway family, bond and stuff like that. But then there's this griffin on the island who's like, why are there more intruders on my island? I will kill you all. So now it's us up against Mr. Griffin. That was it. It wasn't good. It was actually taken by bullies and used as a frisbee until its spine cracked and all the pages went fluttering into the horizon. I was fine with it. Actually, not that day. I cried and almost punched my best friend who gave the bullies my book. That's a plot twist right there. Trust no one. Get right on in. Where did you get your sense of humor? Stop it. Top countries on my to-be-visited list. Japan, Greece, anywhere with a mountain. I like lakes. You got a lake, I'll come to your country. How do you deal with the haters?
Walk away!
Why are you so awesome? How am I lucky enough to be your friend? I'm blushing. Livremeur. What the heck was that pronunciation? Livriomir. Live. They ask, what is my favorite book? Plot twist, it's Kafka on the Shore. Ha! Who's my favorite character? Shout out the Theo Decker from The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. Cause you think I ever remember a character's first and last name? No. So he meant something to me. What's my favorite music? Okay, I like the vibe. I like the jam with the hip jazz. I like the alternative vibes. You get me some NF, which is rap, but also alternative. Some Florence and the Machine, Foster the People, Unlike Pluto, 21 Pilots, except their last album was horrible. Don't tell Josh Dunn, please. Ooh, Fall Out Boy? Yes. My favorite movie, Truman Show. But also, Spider-Man 3, because I appreciate emo Peter. Mock the Week fan asks, what is my most valuable book? It's probably my copies of The Hunger Games, the whole trilogy, because it was the first really bookish present anyone outside of my family gave me for my birthday, and that meant a lot. Did you ever get your wisdom teeth removed? And if so, any crazy stories? Yes, I do. Let me save this one for after this paragraph of questions. Cause it's insane. Like moderately insane, but still crazy. Do you have any tattoos and want any? No, I really don't like tattoos, to be honest. They look green when you don't take care of them. What do you think is the safest way for animal control to catch a big bear that's on the loose in the neighborhood? I had a bear that was on the loose in my neighborhood. I went to the gym at 5 a.m. and he was right there at my garbage can. Actually, it was a she. She had baby bears with her. Okay, the best way. Assert your dominance. Go up and kick her right in the mouth. Let her know who's boss. She's not welcome here. Then while the bear is getting out her phone to type out an angry tweet on whatever the bear equivalent of Twitter is, grumble, roar. Anyways, while she's distracted, then animal control comes by to get the wire around the collar, drag her off. That's how you do it. What color socks do you currently wear? And are they matching? This is a foot. What is your biggest achievement in life so far? One time, I was sitting on my bed and I had a Nerf gun beside me for some reason, and it was loaded. My brother came into my room And I told him to get out, but he kept talking to me. He was like backing up. He was backing up, closing the door in front of him, but still talking at me. His face was still in the crack of the door. The crack was progressively getting smaller, but he was still talking. So, when the crack was like this big and I could just see his nose and his eyes, I took up the gun, the dart gun, and I shot him right through the crack, right between his eyes. That is the proudest moment of my life. RK Stumbling Bear asked again, what am I studying in school? Business supervision. I'm going to be the manager that the Karens ask for, and I am passive aggressive. And now that final wisdom tooth story. I got them out when I was 21. The back ones, the bottom ones were hurting. Of course, it's the back ones, Casey. That's where the wisdom teeth go. You don't got wisdom. You're stupid. The bottom ones were hurting me. So I still have my top ones. Memories. So, me and my mommy, we go to the doctor together just to, like, you know, get a quote. I don't know, a checkup just to see if they actually needed to come out or if I was just being a baby. They needed to come out. Fun fact, my wisdom teeth had like 3 roots. I have triple the wisdom. But they make you watch that anesthesia video, you know, just like, oh, we're gonna put you under anesthesia. Oh, you might feel so and so side effects. And then it got to the bottom of the side effect list. And at the end, it was like,
And you may die.
my mommy didn't like that. She almost cried. And I'm like, Mommy, calm down. It's okay. And she's like, Casey, what if you die? And I'm like, well, if I die, I'll be asleep. It's fine. That wasn't the right thing to say. But we went home, scheduled the appointment. And then it was time for the appointment. We go there, me and my mommy again, sitting in the lobby. And then they call my name. Casey, time to yank your teeth out. So I stand up and my mom looks at me forlorningly. I extend my hand, I extend my hand and I say, goodbye, Mom. And we shake and I depart. I walk through that door. I close it behind me. And when I turn back, door properly closed, there's not one nurse, there's now 2 nurses. Where'd the other one come from, I don't know. They immediately grab both arms and they just march me right for the dentist chair. I was not scared before, but having 2 people holding my forearms like that and forcibly making me move down a hallway, I don't like it. I was scared then. So they take me to the dentist chair room and now there's like 5 nurses and I'm like, the heck? Is this because I have 3 roots instead of 2? So they put me in the chair. And apparently I didn't want to like recline in the chair, so I just like sat straight back up like this. They were trying to push me down. I'm like, no, no. But eventually I recline. And then they put the needle in my arm. And I'm like, okay, let's see how long I can fight the drug. So I get like the 4 seconds. And then I swear I hear some machine go beep, 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 beep. And I'm like, is that my heart? And then I pass out. The next series of memories comes in flashes. I remember waking up after the surgery. It was literally like a blink. And it was hazy and groggy. My mouth was stuffed full of cotton. But my first thought was, don't say anything. Because I've seen those videos, man, where people prank people on laughing gas, like I was. And, oh, I also didn't want to tell my multitude of secrets to the world. So I resolved to be quiet. My next flash of memories, me in a wheelchair being wheeled down a hallway. Next flash of memories, I see the side of my mom's car tire. Next flash, I'm in my mom's car and I'm hiccuping like crazy, like ow. And my mom's like, Casey, why are you hiccuping? And I'm like, I don't know. The next flash of memory is more solid. We back up into the driveway. I'm in the passenger side. And I'm like, thank God I'm home, I'm just sleepy. So I open up the door and I just like make my way out of the car to the front door like this. My mom's like, Casey, calm yourself, you might die. And I'm like, oh, I'm fine. But she grabs my arm like those nurses did and takes me to my room, pushes me into bed, throws a blanket over me, and I'm sleeping. I sleep for like an hour. I don't take naps, or at least I don't take naps well. So I wake myself up and I'm a bit more clear-headed and I can feel the pain medication like starting to fade. But I'm still out of it because I have this thought, okay? This is my thought.
Stephen King wrote Cujo High. I'm gonna write a book now.
So I got my laptop and I just started writing. And I wrote some amazing scenes. I can't wait to get the rest of my wisdom teeth out so they can give me the good drugs again, because I'm going to have a great writing session. And then after I got done writing, I toddled my way out of my bedroom, and my mom and dad were just like chatting in the kitchen. And then they see me walking, and they're like, Casey, what are you doing? I'm like, I want teriyaki chicken. I ate teriyaki chicken right after getting my wisdom teeth out. I was like a little beaver, like, so that was fun. I like getting my wisdom teeth out. But y'all, that's it. And as much as I liked the good drugs and getting my wisdom teeth out, I like talking to y'all more. Thank you guys for a happy 1,000 subs. Let's hope for another 1,000. Let's hope for 1 billion. 1/7 of the population is going to join my minion army. Thank you. And until next time, stay beauty, my friends.